What's up everybody, how's it going? It's Burke, aka Dansgo8, and welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I have been away from this game for 4 months while I've been very busy doing other stuff. I've been playing stuff like Last of Us, I was finishing up Nier Automata, and just generally was a very busy time on the channel. But I am very glad to be coming back to this. I've been looking forward to playing some more of this game because I had a really good time with the main story. So let me just talk you through what's going to happen here for the rest of this playlist. Basically, most people I think playing this game, what you should do and what most people have been doing is basically just literally start the game from the beginning once again and run through the game in hard mode. So you can end up basically getting most of the achievements and fighting all of the optional bosses and having like a new game plus hard mode run of the game. For me, that's not something I want to do because I don't really have a strong desire or the time to play through the entire game again from start to finish on hard mode as well. There was only a certain bunch of things I was interested in that I wanted to do, and what you're watching now is basically the beginning of that process. Because I didn't know how much of it I was going to use and how much of it I wasn't, and if it was actually going to work, I didn't do a commentary live for like the first little segment of this video. But what you're going to see here is me basically working on Chadley's intel report, which is about mastering all of the green magic materia. That's basically his most time-consuming one, and throughout the story I maxed some of them. I think I maxed 6 out of 12, so that was the first port of call. I wanted to get that intel done. I thought that way I could max out some other materials during the process. So the first part is going to be about how did I maximize my AP for the magic. I looked this one up. I mean, this is the kind of thing I don't mind using a guide for to look up. I don't need to try and randomly figure it out myself. There was a cool video that I will link like in the description that helped me out with it. I'm going to basically run through what's in that video anyway, but just to support that creator who took the time to make it. Basically, what his suggestion was to level up the pedometer materia. Now, I wasn't sure what the pedometer materia actually did. It seemed a little bit weird. And basically what it does is if you manage to make it to the 5,000 steps, it transforms into an AP up materia. So you end up getting double the AP to the linked materia. It becomes a blue materia, and you can double the AP for whatever's linked. Now, of the materia I still had to master, the revived materia, so I could learn Arise, was the one that needed the most AP. I think it was about like close to 5,000 AP I needed for that. So the first part of the session was spent with me basically running around trying to get the pedometer materia to 5,000 steps. I tried 1 or 2 little tricks to see if I could basically make life easier, so I kind of went up to a wall and I pushed down my analog stick just so that he basically kept running into a wall. I thought because it's a step counter it might still count it, but it doesn't work, so you have to legitly run the 5,000 steps. But I thought in the long run, it took me about 15 minutes to do, I think, maybe 12 to 15 minutes to get the 5,000 steps. But once you do, you'll be in a much better position to be able to maximize your materia. So the first part of what I was doing was to do with that. So this is what I'm working on right now, what you're seeing on screen. Then the video said that the spot that they liked for AP farming was the start of chapter 16, where you're at Shinra HQ and you have all of those guards that you can take out really easily with fire plus magnifying materia. So that's what I decided to do. I fired up chapter 16. You can do it on easy mode for AP farming. It doesn't really matter which mode that you do it on. Just do it on easy because it's literally just a grind, and easy will save you time. So that's what I did. Fired up on easy mode. Had magnify and fire on the party leader, which I just still use cloud for that, and I had all of the materials that I wanted to level up. So obviously all of the green materia that wasn't maximized yet, and anything that I thought was going to be useful to me when I was gathering like a few thousand AP for the Chadley quest. So what I attached was things like HP up materia, MP up materia, magic up materia. There was like elemental that I managed to go up a tier. There was warding materia that I took up a tier. And importantly, I knew that I needed prayer materia. One thing about hard mode is, even though I didn't remember the specific instructions for like literally what exactly had changed, and you'll see why that's relevant a little bit later on, but one thing I knew was that I won't be able to use items to heal in battle. And that, of course, the logical conclusion of that is that you're going to have to use your healing spells to do so for a lot of situations. And I was thinking, well, you're not going to be able to get MP back in battle with ethers either, and getting MP back is just, it's a pain in the ass. So I was like, I'm going to need some prayer materia to be able to heal without having to use any MP. So I made sure I equipped prayer materia as well, and with those sort of materials in my setup, I went into chapter 16 and I started to basically kick some ass. So you start the section, you skip a few cutscenes, you spend about a minute running into Shinra HQ. Then there's maybe about like 3 minutes worth of battles, like 2, 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops, I guess, if you're struggling or whatever. But basically every few minutes or so you gain about 400 to 500 AP, which is what I was noticing. For the AP up materia, whatever's attached to that, you gain about 500 AP per run. And 500 AP per few minutes I think was definitely pretty good. I would say about 5 minutes or so. So that was pretty good, and I spent maybe a couple of hours or so doing that. And that was basically the first part of this return session. Obviously I'm not going to show that entire process, you don't need to see like the grind. I'll show you some highlights of what I was doing and some highlights from what I recorded of that stuff. But in general, that was the process that I followed. And after about 2 hours or so, I got to where I wanted to get to. So all of the green materials were maxed. I completed the Chadley quest. And I also managed to level up some elemental and warding materia. I maxed out a few others along the way. The only ones that took a lot more effort than I thought were the pink materia. So the HP up, MP up, magic up materia. When you get to like the 3rd star, the AP requirements really rocket. So I didn't want to spend like an extra 2-3 hours farming just for those. I thought, let me see how far I can get with like a 3-star HP plus, MP plus, that sort of thing, and we'll see how we go from there. So that's the summary of what I was up to in the first part of the session. Grinding, getting that AP, getting Chadley's quest completed, and preparing myself for what's ahead. So what you'll see next is, after I was done with that, one thing I missed out on was the optional battles in the Corneo Colosseum. Now, I would have done it during the main storyline playthrough if I knew that you could get extra limit breaks from it. So much further on into the playthrough, because again I was playing it before release and there was no information on this, I didn't know. Turns out that if you do a few optional battles that only take maybe 10 minutes of your time, 10-15 minutes of your time, you can get a 2nd tier limit break for each character. So that's something I missed out on, and I thought, let me also do that in this post game. Head back to the Colosseum, do all the optional battles there. And once I'm done with that, the final thing that I would want to do is to head back to chapter 16, go to the VR simulator thing, and basically take on the toughest kind of super bossy VR creations in there. So it's kind of like a battle focused post game for me. Not going to be doing like a, you know, get all of the dress options in chapter 9 and that kind of stuff. That didn't interest me too much. I've seen like the cutscenes for it anyway, and I've seen how they look. I mean, I don't need to play through chapter 9 3 times to get 3 different dresses. That's just not what I like to do. But the boss battle stuff obviously interested me. I missed out on a couple of things while playing through, so things like Purple Pain for Tifa I missed out on, and I made sure I got that when I returned to chapter 16. And also Barrett's weapon. So when Hart asks you for 10,000 gil, obviously first time round, if you're playing blind, you think that he's just going to give you information / advice for the 10,000 gil. Turns out that's not the case. He actually gives you a weapon as well. I mean, I don't know why, it's a bit random, but okay. That's the way that works. So they were 2 weapons that I wanted to get that I missed out on. So I got those as well. So it was like a little bit of a cleanup / preparation for the Shinra battles ahead. So I'm going to cut to the Corneo Colosseum in the next bit, and that's where the live commentary will resume. So there's going to be some cool stuff coming up. The Corneo Colosseum, the optional battles, they're all pretty easy at this stage, and that wasn't too much fun. But I was missing Heiress ones, and I didn't realize that you had to go back to chapter 9 and do all of the chapter 9 stuff up to the Colosseum in order to get another chance to complete those, in order to be able to do those battles. So that meant I had to fight Hell House again, and Hell House in hard mode on chapter 9 is definitely a really entertaining and difficult battle. So that's going to be part of the post game too. So that's it for like the introductory, like what am I going to be doing in the post game and how did I farm AP kind of section. From here on is back to live commentary, and I will pick things up at the Corneo Colosseum in chapter 14, because I thought that I could do all of them in chapter 14. Turns out some of them are Aerith specific, so you have to go back to chapter 9 to be able to do those. So I will join you in the live commentary in literally a few seconds. Okay, so this is likely mid-episode, so instead of doing the whole intro thing, let's just continue from where I would have got to at this point. Now it's back to live commentary, where I would have basically spent a little bit of time trying to get some AP to master the magic materia, and basically after that process I'm up to level 45 actually, because obviously you get the increase in experience when you do chapter select and you battle as well. So while I was trying to get all of the green materials mastered, I ended up basically gaining about, I think it was about 10 levels, something like that, so that was a nice bonus. But in terms of materia, I think I've done pretty well, given I only spent about 2 hours on it, maybe 2.5 hours. Like it wasn't terrible, thanks to the tip that I found online, and you know that guy's little tip was definitely pretty good, and it sped things up. So stuff like healing material, obviously all of the green ones are maxed now. Like I've got at least one of each maxed out, including the most difficult one, which was revival material. And the rest is kind of a mixed bag. So when it comes to elemental, I've got one that's at least 2-star, so it prevents linked elemental damage taken. That's pretty good. And this one I can definitely get it to that level pretty easily, but I think level 3 is a long way away. I'd have to farm for quite a while to get that, so I'm not interested in it right now. Unless like I super need it, I'm not gonna go for that. Warding is the same story. I've managed to get to 2-star on both of these, but obviously reduce debuff duration by 100% is huge, and again this could be something that I might potentially need, but for now I'm going to roll with it as best I can. Other than that, I think the most important ones, I think prayer is going to be important for when you can't use items. It's going to definitely help us heal much more easily. And we've got our pink materials. Now, again for these, once you get to tier 3, it gets quite difficult to climb any higher. But I'm hoping that like giving each person one of these, I think is probably pretty good. And yeah, I've got some extra MP as well. And I've got one magic up, I guess. So it's not perfect, like I haven't done some kind of super farming session, but I think this should serve me just fine, at least for the Corneo battles, and I think for most of what's to come in the Shinra VR. So I'm assuming that since you could have first done this in Chapter 9, I've probably come in with stats and equipment and material and stuff that's really OP for the Colosseum. So for that reason, I've gone onto hard mode for the first time. So these will be my first hard mode battles of the entire game. I don't even remember what the difference was with hard mode. I think it's like, other than just obviously general difficulty, I think you can't use items to heal in any battle or something like that. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get the second level limit breaks for everybody. Try and clear out the Colosseum, and then once we're done with that, then I'll head to Chapter 16. I'll get Barrett's weapon, the one that you get by giving, what's his name? Basically Mayor Domino's assistant. If you give him the 10,000 gil, he gives you Barrett's weapon. I'll grab that along the way, and then we'll move on to the final set of Shinra VR missions, which are going to contain the hardest battles of the game. So let's start with the Colosseum. What I did was give everybody just generally some material that I think could be like okay to start with. I haven't properly like done any difficult battles since April, so it's been 4 months, and I haven't looked up like, you know, advanced gameplay techniques or watch people defeat any hard bosses or anything like that. So I'm going to be going in with pretty much whatever knowledge I had or whatever experience I had from the first run and the storyline playthrough, and a few little tidbits that I picked up from the comments, I guess, probably. So don't expect any heroics here, but just trying to get back into it and have some fun. It's good to be back after 4 months,
hey,
for sure.
Been waiting for you. So, what are you in the mood to fight?
So I did these on normal difficulty, and it was extremely easy. Like it took like a minute for each person, as you can see. Completion time 1 minute. So I'm gonna skip those. They kind of, I treated those as just like a very like basic warm up. So now what I'll do is continue on hard mode and try to do all of these. I don't know if I have to reload Chapter 9 to be able to do this. I didn't consider the fact that we don't have Aerith in Chapter 14. Basically, I didn't want to have to go to Chapter 9 and replay that entire chapter in order to be able to do this, but I might come back to it in the end. So for now, we'll continue from here, and we'll see what happens.
Come back anytime you want to fight.
So what we'll do is have a look at this limit break. Focus on a single enemy and deliver several powerful strikes, significantly increases stagger. So I'm going to switch everyone to their second limit break, which I got by defeating those very, very easy rank 1 enemies. Marshal all your strength and channel it into a concentration beam of energy. Significantly increases stagger. So it's all stagger based here. I feel like I bet these would have helped you get the 200%. Yeah, look, all of them significantly increase stagger. Like none of these mention it. So it's probably another reason why I never got the 200% as well. Okay, maybe we'll get a chance to see those as we move forward. So, first hard mode battle of the game. 2-person team versus Slum Outlaws. Why can't I choose hard difficulty here?
Come back anytime you want to fight.
That's strange. I mean, the difficulty is hard, but I guess you don't get a choice. Like you don't get to do hard mode on this.
Okay, choose an opponent to fight.
So I guess that was a waste of time. I came back thinking I could do these on hard mode, but I can't. Yeah, definitely can't. You know what? I'm going to go with Barret and Tifa. Let's do it. Always prefer the long range of Barret.
Hey, over here!
Yeah, these guys aren't going to be around long enough to make me have a limit break.
Check out this shit. Bring it home! I see stars!
I like this music though. Boom.
That's the way to do it.
So try to give you guys a slightly more challenging option here, but probably not going to happen.
Suck on this!
But there is 5 rounds, you never know. Ooh.
You got this!
Let's go.
Ooh. Damn, Tifa.
Not so
Made light work. I think because they're Corneo lackeys, she's got like a plus 50% damage boost or something. She has a 70% chance of concentration being activated as well now, so
let me handle this.
just look at her go. She's absolutely killing it.
You're fine. Heads up. Watch yourself.
Guess it's my turn!
I haven't got to a stage where
One off!
I'm using like shortcut buttons in order to do certain moves.
You got this!
I got this.
Again, I kind of like selecting everything. At the moment, anyway. Maybe that'll change.
Choke on it, asshole! Bring it home!
Let me handle this.
But yeah, we're taking so little damage that we're nowhere near using our limit breaks. Maybe on like rank 4. Okay. The Huntsman.
All set.
I'll break!
Just trying to wait till I get
Watch and learn!
spell.
Oh, you in trouble now! You
Yeah,
got
that's
this.
not the best element to use, but
That's thunder I hear!
I see. Pour it on.
Want some more?
oh, I thought it was pressured.
Guess it's my turn!
Come on.
Ooh, gotta love it!
Shields always make life more difficult.
Give them hell!
Let me handle this.
This is gonna sting!
Okay, pressured now.
Got your number.
There you go.
Oh yeah, another one in the bag.
Still pretty light work so far. But again, got to remember these were first available in Chapter 9. I just love the music in this arena. I think it's one of the best things about it.
You got this!
Okay, let's go.
Alright, watch and learn! You're up!
Tifa's still incapacitated. Wow. Normally doesn't last this long. Sheesh. She's back. No, she isn't.
Need my help, do you? Here it comes! You gotta be shitting me. So now, golden opportunity right here. I'm counting on you.
Yeah, bingo. No escape for you.
There you go.
Gotcha. Yeah, there. Huh? Every little bit.
Alright, we did it.
Hell yeah!
I think the level cap
Maybe
is...
dial it back a little.
I think the level cap is 50, so we're nearly there already. Okay. Cloud vs Shinra Thugs. Another 5 rounds. There's a lot of battles here, man. It's going to be like a 2-3 hour session just in the Corneo Colosseum. Is that a turret back there? Weird. Interesting. Okay. Because I've got the magnify, I'm just going to let him have it. See if I can get it away.
Calling fire.
There we go. Trying to get behind it.
It's over.
There we go.
Let's go.
Obviously the magnify fire is extremely useful in this situation. I should route through these guys fairly quick. But these guys are probably resistant to fire. We'll see. Okay. Let's see if they are.
Fireball!
Ah, they got me first. Damn you. Maybe we'll see the limit break.
Burning everything!
Oh yeah, Blade Burst was really a big move. Look at that.
Come on.
Deploying flame!
Not counter stance.
I'm through with you. See ya.
Yeah, that's a big move.
Was never in doubt.
Yeah, these are a nice warm up, man.
It's break time!
For the bigger battles ahead. Ooh. Okay. Alright, okay, alright. Calm down, son.
Not good enough!
Let me try counter stance though. It's one of those things I heard a few times in the comments saying like, oh, it makes this battle so much easier and stuff, but I feel like it could work against this slippery bastard.
I'm waiting.
I think it did.
Please!
Steady.
Okay, let's try it again.
Come on.
Ah, okay. Right. Let me just withstand these. And the other...
Whatever.
Whatever. It's not the right element, but I think it might still be powerful enough.
Time to burn. Let's go.
So there's counter stars. I'm going to have to start learning some more of these more advanced tricks if I want to get anywhere. Let me take out these stupid sluggies first.
That's that.
No, that's not what I meant to do. Ouch. I think they're weak to arrow as well.
Roar! Finished now.
Okay, good. And for this guy, feel some pain.
No escape.
There we go.
Not bad.
It's coming back to me. Uh-huh. I'm not liking these guys. Again, there's a turret behind
That
it.
it? I'm waiting.
Damn. I'm gonna focus on this.
Here we go.
Try the blade burst against it.
Say goodbye.
Okay, not bad damage. Yep. I was just about to say I'm probably gonna get hit. If I can get this blade burst off, I should be able to take out this thing. Again, not the right element. Wait, I'm going to get blocked here. Hold on. Yep. Let's try it now.
Burn. Gotcha.
Okay, that's good enough.
Let's do this. Try this. Now. See ya.
Nice. So my feeling about counter stance right now is that it's probably good for like singular, quick enemies.
Was never in doubt.
Art of Swordplay Volume 2 obtained. 10 SP. Nice. I think I had 205 out of 250, so that's good.